Hi Faithbox family, it's Kimberly. Today is day 23 in Authenticity. It is a quote by Brene Brown. She is a psychologist and a licensed social worker, and she did a fantastic TED Talk on vulnerability, which is one of the key elements of being authentic. So if you have a few extra minutes, I highly recommend watching it. She says, if you think dealing with issues like worthiness and authenticity and vulnerability are not worthwhile because there are more pressing issues like the bottom line or attendance or a standardized test score, you are sadly mistaken. It underpins everything. I appreciate this a lot as a teacher. Well, I was a teacher for 17 years. I'm a counselor now. I appreciate this because kids are not test scores. They're not the amount of money every kid's seat filled brings our school. These are humans, and they need us to approach them with compassion and empathy. And one of the things that Brene said about authenticity in her talk that I really appreciated was she said that to be your authentic self, we must be willing to go to the scary part of vulnerability, and that it is the center of all of our difficult emotions like shame and guilt and fear, but it is the birthplace of everything positive that comes out of us, like love, belonging, joy, innovation, change, and creativity, as well as empathy. And empathy is very important. We need to approach people with empathy. That means actually stepping into what they're feeling and not giving them suggestions on how they could have done it different. And that's being vulnerable. It's where we share what goes wrong with us and not putting on a persona of perfection that gives us this connection to other humans that is this common humanity we have, so that we let others know that we're not alone in this thing called life. And one of my favorite spin instructors always says, don't should on yourself or others. You should do this, or I should do this. And I think especially as Christians, we have to be our authentic selves. We have to be vulnerable and show empathy to others that are not Christians, especially because I don't think our testimony will carry as much weight if we are not, because people can see through the fakeness or the facade. And I think if we truly want to share our testimony with others, the being vulnerable and connecting with other people in an honest way, having those difficult conversations. And right now, the world in general is in need of a very deep, vulnerable, honest conversation. It's going to be hard, but we're going to need to get through it because we've got to move forward and to have this peace and positivity that we need in our world right now. So I hope you are enjoying authenticity, and if you have a minute, go check out her TED Talk on vulnerability. Brene Brown is fantastic, and you can get a lot out of her. She even has little cartoon videos to explain empathy and vulnerability to kids. So they're fantastic, and I hope you're enjoying your month and authenticity, and I will see you in a few days.